everyone, my name is Sister Kathy Joseph, and I want to share with you today joy in the life of a Dominican. Well, we know Dominic was called the joyful friar, and as Dominicans you will find that we tend to be people who are very joyful. In our congregation, our Dominican Sisters of St. Catherine of Siena, we have a motto, "In the cross is life." And you'd find that we would have a lot of struggles to go through in our lives, as Christ has told us. But in the midst of it, there is hope. There's joy in the gospel that Jesus came to bring salvation and hope in our lives, to have our backs, and we are always ready to share that joy. Well, in my life, God has graced me with many gifts and talents. I experience joy as I give back to God what He has given to me freely. I love to sing. I play the guitar and I play the keyboard a little bit. And with these gifts and talents, opportunities are given to me to do service through music ministry. I would get opportunities to play, let's say, at the Living Water Chapel for Mass, at the Archbishop's Chapel, and also at the St. Dominic's Children's Home, where I would do ministry on a weekend and really encourage the children, in their worship. And so you would find that my gifts and talents that the Lord has graced me with, I can use for ministry, for preaching, for praising, for blessing others. And how Dominican that is, really Dominican, because we praise, we bless, and we preach. And so today I'm grateful to share with you how joy is expressed through me, how joy is given to me by so many people, that experience God's love, God's, abundance. And so I discovered that I inherited a lot of my musical talents from my parents and grandparents. In their younger days, they would enter into street festivals. And my dad reminded me of this when I did a few musicals that he attended when I was part of the youth ministry in the Archdiocese and in one of the parishes. He said, this reminded him so much of his younger days when we would go out in the streets and have musicals. And I really experienced great joy and blessings through these musicals as I was able to help the young people share God's word via these musicals, both here in Trinidad and Tobago, as well as in France. It was difficult a lot of the times I felt during these musicals to give up. But then I would hear God say, no, just stay on the path. This is what I want you to do. And then I'd go back into prayer again and say, am I doing this, Lord, for my glory, or is this what you want? And then I would again discern, and I would hear, no, you stay on the path. As I said, it was trying. There was a lot that I had to learn. God put a lot of people in my ways. Did a lot of YouTubing to find out how to do a costume, how to do a set design, how to build something with papier-mâché, a lot of stuff, that I had to learn. And so my skills developed even more. I remember at one time I came across a young seminarian, and he taught me how to mix the music on the computer. So I have learned a lot since, and I have found myself doing little videos since then, PowerPoints, as I teach the children at our prep school. I teach doctrine from time to time, and these skills of learning to use the computer and media work has come in so well, so that I can really preach through these gifts and talents. I have a passion for fine arts. I love to paint. especially sceneries. And I would, find myself just enjoying God's creation and have this desire to put it down on canvas. And the good part about it is, I would have people who would pass and say, oh, that's beautiful. And I find myself being able to freely give it to them and share my paintings with them. And so joy is spread to them also. The crafting skills that I picked up would be like to, make rosaries, little gift cards and so. And, working with the youth, I was told just recently I met a lady on the street and she says, oh, Sister Kathy, you taught me how to make a rosary. Oh, I am so grateful for that. And again, it's a blessing and it brings joy to my heart. All these things I'm not even aware of how I am in touching people. So I thank God, for the gracing me with all these gifts and for the many people He has put into my pathway. I thank God for the opportunity to be able to share with you today. And all of this could not be possible if I was not empowered by my Dominican community. God has given us each other so that we could strengthen each other. And as we go through the struggles together, we are able to empower each other together. And joy comes out of that too. So thank you for being part of my journey. And I will continue to pray for you. And please ask your prayers as I continue on my journey of praising God, blessing God, and preaching through all the many gifts, graces, and talents that He has empowered me with so that I can do what He has called me to do in this life. God bless you and I thank you.